It's the second weekend in August, which is routinely a frustrating couple of days, because half my friends are at Bloodstock and the other half are at Auto Assembly, and once again I've failed to make it to either of them. So I'm just sitting at home with a stupid hat on because I pranged my head open, and no money because I just moved house. So join me as I douse my sorrows in the creamy pool of plastic Pepto-Bismol that is Generations Roadbuster. Now this guy was always sort of bros with Whirl, with his Bandai bloodline and the whole only showing up in comics thing. And despite showing up in G1 and Stormbringer and RG1 and Lesotwa and Ahma, he somehow managed to sidestep almost any character development apart from variations on a hard bastard. But that's okay. He's just that awesome background guy with guns by the tons, and he was bound to get a decent toy eventually. He just had to wait for the toy roster to exhaust lists A through F to finally get a toy that's not a repaint or a fans project guy or an Ultra Magnus. So this is your Roadbuster for 2014, and he's practically babelicious. Check his strident stance and fierce form. I'm really glad they went with the classic firm and lanky guy rather than McCarthy's monster bot. He's a straight up solid soldier boy looking resplendent as balls in mushy peas, curry sauce and gravy flavy. Love the unapologetic breeze block body, brutalist oxo cube shoulders, and the menacing mega legs. Head's a bitchin' blend of skull and gas mass, marginally marred by disappointing light piping. Disapiping? Articulation's a bit of a headache. I mean, it's definitely not lacking, but there's been some decisions made here which are just bananas. Like the shoulder stacks don't click in anywhere, and the rattly ratcheting just feels super sketchy. While the bicep swivel's almost immovably stiff, and like he's got two elbows but no wrists. Hips are heavily hampered every which way but backwards. Double knees for no reason. And the clashing calf tires are just like, what? Clown shoes are fantastic though, so that's something. But the main event going down in Wrecker Town is, of course, the gun show. Yes indeed, Roadbuster's packing more heat than a curry. Check it out. Pistol, rifle, other pistol, rocket launcher, serious rocket launcher, and this thing which is either a baton or a scope or a silencer or a cardboard tube or maybe a gun. So you can tool him up literally any way you want. You can give him just the one or a couple or all of them at once. You can dual wheel, double team, shoulder mount, dual shoulder mount, double dual shoulder mount, weaponbination, weapon bombination, scope pistol, rifle butt pistol scope gun butt, rocket gun launcher plug, rifle Zuka, rocket snipe pistol rifle rocket, and gun. Guess somebody was listening when I said how lame Whirl's gear was. You're welcome. What's less fun though is the epic ball ache of doing the stickers. At first you're like, yeah man, stickers. But then it's like, oh my god. There's so many. And they're all so tiny. And yet they're still often slightly too big to fit in their slots. So you end up with like little ratty ends hanging off all over the shop. And plus you get an Autobot symbol and a Wrecker symbol, which is awesome. But then it's like there's only room for one of them, so you have to choose. Don't put that kind of on me! But I think Busty's robot mode is fun enough and pretty enough to redeem his iffy joints and dodgy stickers. You're gonna have to do a lot better than that to convince me this thing doesn't rock balls. Transformation's pretty ace. It's memorable and satisfyingly clickety. Unusual and innovative use of the feet as well, which is a sentence I never thought I'd say. And the alt mode rules! It's like a totally new take on the thing. Less of a boxy nerd jeep and more of a 4x4 by off. Check it out, it wouldn't be much more of a tank if it was actually a tank. Love the scowling eyes, the mega tires with ridiculous ground clearance. And the neat silver details just smash it home. Details? And once again you got 6 gun ports on the go so you can bristle them up nice or pile them all into one ridiculous ultimate weapon. Absolute monster. So yeah, another smasher for the Thrilling 30 line. Roadbuster is a totally rascal shell raiser, and it's wonderful to have the guy back after his name fell into an excitement void for a few years. He's definitely not perfect, but on the strength of the weapons, the alt mode, the looks, and let's face it, the finally factor, I've got to go with at least a B and 3/4. But you know what else is cool? 10,000 subscribers. That's ridiculous, and I love you. Thank you guys so much for watching and for contributing to the numbers by which I judge my self-worth. So to everyone who's clicked that button, Wi-Fi high five.